Ever wonder why people cheat, even when they seem happy in their relationship? Or maybe you've asked yourself, is it really just about finding someone more attractive? Well, the answers might surprise you. Cheating isn't always what it seems, and it's often way more complicated than you'd think. Every chapter of this blog is like a puzzle piece, and by the time you reach the last one, it will all come together. So stick with me as we dive into 10 reasons why people cheat, and why it's not as simple as it seems. Trust me, you'll want to see how these puzzle pieces fit together by the end. Number 1. Cheating is not always about physical attraction. Let's start by busting one of the biggest myths about cheating. It's not always about physical attraction. Many people think the main reason someone cheats is because they're no longer attracted to their partner, or they found someone they think is better looking. However, cheating is often not about looks at all. In fact, many people who cheat are still physically attracted to their partner. So, what's going on here? A lot of the time, cheating is more about emotional needs than physical one. When people cheat, it's often because they feel like something is missing emotionally from their relationship. They might feel ignored, underappreciated, or disconnected from their partner. Instead of having an honest conversation about how they feel, they might seek that emotional connection somewhere else. The reason cheating happens in these cases is that the person is looking for someone who will listen to them, understand them, or make them feel valued. It's not about finding someone who looks better, but rather someone who fills that emotional gap. This type of cheating is often more damaging because it's tied to deeper issues within the relationship, issues that aren't just about physical attraction. For example, a person might start confiding in a coworker or friend about their problems at home. Over time, they begin to feel closer to that person emotionally, which can eventually lead to cheating. In this case, it wasn't about finding someone more attractive. It was about seeking the emotional connection they felt they were missing. Number 2. Boredom can be dangerous. Another big reason people cheat is boredom. Long-term relationships can sometimes feel repetitive, even when they're built on love. You wake up next to the same person every day, have the same conversations, follow the same routines. Over time, this can lead to a sense of monotony, which can be dangerous for a relationship. When people get bored, they often start looking for excitement elsewhere. They want something new, something that will bring back that rush of excitement and adrenaline they felt at the beginning of the relationship. This is where cheating can come into play. The thrill of something new can be very enticing, even if the person still loves their partner. It's not necessarily that they want to leave the relationship, they just want to feel that spark again. Unfortunately, what they often don't realize is that this excitement is temporary. Once the novelty wears off, they're left with the same feelings of boredom and dissatisfaction. This type of cheating often comes with a lot of regret because the person realizes afterward that it didn't solve their problem. The excitement fades, and they're back where they started, only now with a damaged relationship. Boredom in relationships is natural, but cheating isn't. Solution. Number 3. Lack of communication. One of the most common reasons for cheating is a breakdown in communication. When people stop communicating effectively in a relationship, it creates a gap between them. This gap can lead to misunderstandings, unmet needs, and eventually cheating. In many cases, people cheat because they don't feel like they can talk to their partner about what's bothering them. Maybe they've tried to bring up issues in the past and felt ignored, or they're afraid of how their partner will react. Instead of dealing with the problem directly, they turn to someone else who seems easier to talk to. The problem with this approach is that it doesn't fix the underlying issue. If you're not communicating with your partner, cheating only makes things worse. The real solution is learning how to have those difficult conversations and working together to solve the problems in your relationship. Lack of communication is one of the most common causes of infidelity, and it's also one of the most preventable. By improving communication skills and being open about your needs, you can often avoid the pitfalls that lead to cheating. Number 4. The grass isn't always greener. We've all heard the saying, the grass is always greener on the other side. When it comes to cheating, this phrase is often very relevant. Some people cheat because they believe life will be better with someone else. They see another person and think, if I were with them, everything would be perfect. This type of thinking is dangerous because it's based on an illusion. In reality, every relationship has its challenges. Just because someone seems perfect from the outside doesn't mean they are. People who cheat with this mindset often find out the hard way. The grass isn't actually greener. It just looks that way from a distance. When people cheat with the belief that they'll find happiness with someone else, they often end up disappointed. The new relationship might start off exciting, but eventually, it will face the same challenges as any other relationship. Cheating because you think someone else will make you happier is usually a recipe for disaster. Number 5. Seeking validation. Sometimes cheating isn't about the other person at all. It's about the person who cheats. People often cheat because they're looking for validation. Maybe they're feeling insecure, going through a midlife crisis, or just questioning their own self-worth. Cheating can provide a temporary boost to their ego, making them feel desirable and valued. This need for validation can come from many different sources. Some people cheat because they feel like their partner isn't giving them enough attention or compliment. Others cheat because they're trying to prove to themselves that they still have it. In either case, the cheating is less about the relationship and more about the cheater's internal struggles. The problem with seeking validation through cheating is that it's never a long-term solution. The boost in self-esteem is temporary, and once it fades, the person is left feeling even worse than before. Cheating to feel better about yourself doesn't work. It only leads to more problems and deeper feelings of insecurity. 6. Opportunity. Sometimes cheating happens simply because the opportunity presents itself. This doesn't mean that the person was actively looking to cheat, but when the chance arises, they make a bad decision. This type of cheating often happens in situations where people are away from their partner, such as during a work trip or a night out with friends. Opportunity-based cheating can be particularly harmful, as it's often spontaneous. The person might not have planned to cheat, but when they're in a situation where it's easy to do so, they give in to temptation. These situations can lead to a lot of guilt because the person knows they made a mistake, but they also didn't take steps to avoid it. Avoiding situations where cheating is likely to happen is one way to prevent this type of infidelity. It's about being aware of your surroundings and making choices. Protect your relationship, even when you're away from your partner. Number 7. Revenge cheating. Revenge cheating is exactly what it sounds like, cheating to get back at your partner. This often happens in situations where one partner has already cheated and the other cheats in retaliation. The logic behind revenge cheating is that by doing the same thing, they'll hurt their partner just as much as they've been hurt. While this might seem like a way to even the score, it usually ends up making things worse. Instead of addressing the original issue, revenge cheating adds another layer of betrayal to the relationship, making it even harder to repair. The reality is that two wrongs don't make a right. Cheating in retaliation only escalates the problem and deepens the emotional wounds for both partners. If trust has been broken in a relationship, the best course of action is to work on rebuilding it rather than seeking revenge. Number 8. Relationship dissatisfaction. Sometimes, cheating happens because a person is simply unhappy in their relationship. Maybe they've grown apart from their partner, or perhaps they feel unfulfilled in some aspect of the relationship. Rather than ending the relationship or working to improve it, they cheat. This kind of cheating is often a symptom of deeper relationship issues. A person might not feel like they're getting what they need from their partner, whether it's emotional support, intimacy, or companionship. Instead of addressing these problems, they look for someone else who can fulfill those needs. In many cases, a person who cheats feels trapped in their relationship. They might be afraid to leave or feel like they don't have other options. Cheating becomes a way to escape the dissatisfaction without having to confront the difficult decision of ending the relationship. Number 9. The allure of the forbidden. For some people, the idea of doing something they shouldn't be doing can be incredibly tempting. Cheating often feels exciting because it's forbidden. It's a secret, and keeping it hidden from a partner creates an adrenaline rush. The thrill of sneaking around and getting away with something can be highly addictive. Even if the cheater still loves their partner, they're drawn to the excitement and secrecy that infidelity brings. However, this kind of cheating is usually short-lived, as the thrill fades once the secret is exposed or the relationship falls apart. It's important to recognize that seeking excitement through forbidden actions doesn't address the deeper issues in the relationship. Eventually, the thrill wears off, leaving behind the same problems. Only now, the relationship has been damaged by betrayal. Number 10. Unrealistic expectations. Finally, one of the most common reasons people cheat is due to unrealistic expectations. Many people enter relationships with idealized notions of what love should be like: constant excitement, passion, and perfection. When reality doesn't live up to these expectations, they feel disappointed and look for that idealized version of love elsewhere. The truth is that all relationships go through ups and downs. Expecting constant perfection sets the relationship up for failure. When people cheat because their relationship isn't living up to their unrealistic expectations, they're often chasing a fantasy that doesn't exist. Recognizing that relationships take work, patience, and commitment is key to avoiding this type of cheating. By letting go of unrealistic expectations and embracing the reality of a committed partnership, people can build stronger, healthier relationships that don't rely on the temporary thrill of infidelity.